All righty. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for braving the cold weather this evening to come here to DuePoint, and I just invite all of you in that are watching us live this evening from the warmth of your homes, I'm assuming. Hot chocolate and blankets was in our notification today. I said to Jane, you're going to condemn me to an empty room tonight, which she's largely done. But I'm only too glad that we have the technology that allows us to come to you rather than you coming to us, especially on nights like tonight. Good British weather this, freezing cold and raining, not one or the other, both. Crazy way to start the week, but we're going to bring some warmth into the week this evening with DuePoint. We're excited about DuePoint. We've been making amazing leaps forward with DuePoint, and I hope that I'm able to share with all of you this evening why we are so excited about it and why we're putting so much effort into it. To start with, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, I want you to remember that DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's important to remember. We're listed, we're licensed, and we are a full-blown insurance company. This is not a small business. This is not a garage startup. This is a proper listed and licensed insurance company. Go and do all the research you want about us. Make sure you're comfortable with who you're dealing with here at DuePoint. We have, of course, all of our licenses up on the wall here at DuePoint. So if ever you're in the area and come past, you can come and see our licenses with the FSB, now the FSCA in South Africa. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number. Go and do the research that you need to do. We also want you to know that there's real people running this business. We might be online. You might be watching us. I promise I'm not a computer graphic. I'm quite real. I can feel the cold and the rain this evening, and I also wish I was in blankets with hot chocolate tonight. Quite real, as are all the people here at DuePoint. I mention this because, of course, in the last couple of weeks, we've been seeing more and more of these companies that don't actually have anybody behind them. They made up Facebook characters, etc., etc. Well, again, if ever you're in the area, pop in and you'll find that we are quite real. We might even come to you at certain times of the year as well. We want you to have that confidence because you're going to be dealing with us a lot here at DuePoint. This is me in the corner over here. I say it often, but I feel like I should say it again this evening. We do this slide in beauty order, starting with me in the corner here. I am the most beautiful. I am the senior executive here, Brendan Benfield. I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes with you talking about what we do at DuePoint. So what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, we have two objectives. Our primary objective at DuePoint is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool, a genuine tool, a real tool that they can use to create lifetime wealth. Right now, we are constantly seeing these things that kind of blow in from all over the place that promise money. You'll be on R1 million a month after 90 days. That's the latest one I saw. You'll be on 100,000 Rand after 90 days. There's all these promises in making money. And what does it leave us? What does it lead us to? Well, it's almost always where we have to suddenly become salespeople. And in South Africa, in the South African context, we're tired of being salespeople. We don't want to sell pots and pans anymore. We don't want to sell, mouth sprays and milkshakes and vitamin tablets anymore because it hasn't created wealth. That's what we want. What is wealth? Wealth is different from money. Wealth is there every month. It's the money that comes in every single month. And that is our primary objective at DuePoint. We want to put a tool in your hands that you can create, that you can use to create not money but wealth. Wealth which is money there until your last breath. In our current set of circumstances in South Africa, you know it as well as I do, we do not have control over our income. We just don't, and it's something that I struggle to get through to people. People believe I got a job, that's where I'm safe. Please, guys, really, if you read the newspapers and understand the economy of South Africa right now, you'll know that you are the last thing from safe. Right now in South Africa, we have no control over our income. Someone else is telling you what you're going to earn. Someone else will tell you what increase you're going to get. Someone else is going to tell you if you're promoted or not, and somebody else is going to tell you when you lose your job. And in a shrinking economy like South Africa, you're standing in a queue of those that will lose their jobs. You could be next. You really could be, and it doesn't matter your job title. In South Africa today, no matter what level you're at danger of downsizing. It's what is happening in our economy. And of course, we know nobody's doing anything to save us here. We've got to start creating the solution for ourselves. So I often ask the question, what's the backup plan? We get individuals that come through here and say, Brendan, I don't have time for this. I don't want to do it. I've got a full-time job. Someone said to me once upon a time, I've got a day job. Like I had insulted them. Why don't to do this? Well, I've got a day job, like I don't have a day job, all right? And I said to them, that's fantastic. What is the backup plan? What is the backup plan for us as South Africans? When your income goes, what are you going to do about it? Right now, all of us are laden in debt. Laden in debt. Why? Because we have no control over our income and we have no control over our economy. Prices going up constantly, an incredible rate. My petrol price, I was laughing the other day, you'll have to excuse me for this. Petrol prices have gone up so much that now when my wife fills up her 4x4, I get an SMS on my phone. That never used to be the case. You used to be able to fill up a 4x4 was 400 or 500 rand. Now I get an SMS every time she fills it up. It's so expensive now that petrol has gone up, and nobody's increased our salaries to match that increase in petrol price. Nobody's increased our salaries to match the increase in VAT, and so we are buried in debt. Absolutely buried in debt. When you lose your job, how do we pay for this? How do we pay for it? When the job's gone, who is going to pay for your house that's bonded, your car that's bonded, your clothes that are bonded? Who's going to pay for it? What about the debt? Pick and Pay, 1 billion rand in debt. That's 1 billion rand lent out to people to buy their food. Who will pay that debt off? Really, we at DuePoint know that it doesn't matter that you may have a daytime job. It doesn't matter that you think you're busy, because of course we're all busy. It doesn't matter anything. We do not have control, and as a result, when the crisis comes, it is a true crisis. And at DuePoint, our primary objective was to put into place an economically viable solution to that potential crisis, a tool that would create genuine wealth for you, recurring, reliable, steadfast income. Our secondary objective was to create in South Africa the opportunity for South Africans to get involved in the financial services space. Massively regulated market where very few South Africans are able to be involved. In fact, at the moment, the Financial Services Conduct Authority is having everybody re-register with them again. That's crazy. That's crazy. How many more people are going to lose their living in the financial services space? How many more people are going to lose their ability to participate in this market in South Africa? And so what we've done at DuePoint as our second objective is we've opened the window to allow South Africans in again to the financial services space with us. So with those two objectives put together, we created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as individuals to participate with us as what we call wealth engineers. Wealth engineers are given one task here at DuePoint. Not selling, we're tired of selling. Not advising, we're not allowed to advise anymore. And not advertising, also not allowed to advertise anymore. Folks, we leave you with one task, the simple task of connecting individuals to us. By connecting people to us, you allow us the ability to extend our market in South Africa and facilitate the purchase of more products of ours here in South Africa. By doing that, the sale of more of our products, we're able to create revenue, and it's from that revenue that we're able to create an extra recurring income for you. Again, critical to understand that. Why? We are not one of these things where you get paid for selling the pot or you get paid for selling the vitamins. And we're tired of that. It doesn't create long-term income, because as soon as you can't sell, your income dries up. No, what we do is we use financial services and lifestyle products here at DuePoint, and they all run on automatic debit order systems, and they're products that can last a lifetime, which means that every month, no matter what you're doing, whether you're sick or overworked, the day job, or, away on holiday, it doesn't matter. Those debit orders raise, and when they raise, your income comes in. This is true wealth. This is wealth that transcends perhaps even your life into the life of your children afterwards. We then wrap this system in your ability to leverage others, because we know you don't have time. We need to buy that time back, and we do that by creating teams here. We create what we call channels, teams of individuals who start growing this penetration of the market for you and create greater revenue for you through the process of our system. This buys back your time and means that you don't ever quit your job to come to DuePoint. No. You simply pick the tool up, you add it to your life, and it creates this momentum through our system. What's important to note is that it's not employment. We're not employing anyone at DuePoint. No, it's a tool, and we put the tool in your hands, and you use the tool completely independently of us as and when you want. It is not a time constraint on you. It is an energy and thought process for you to use this tool. And so again, we kind of tackle that stigma, tackle that excuse out. We don't want people saying we don't have time. We know that. It's that we're trying to solve through this system. Folks, it is not a financial risk decision to become a wealth engineer, not in any way, shape, or form. We have eliminated costs through this process. Firstly, there's no startup fees, there's no starter kits, there's no starter manuals that need to be bought. There are no monthly admin fees or marketing fees or sales fees that we charge you. There's no cost in being a wealth engineer here at DuePoint. By simply being a product owner of DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional premium whatsoever. So again, this evening, do not let cost be an inhibitor for you. Focus on your ability to create wealth with this tool. It also doesn't require any specific educational qualification. This is, again, sometimes people say, well, it's such a regulated industry. How are we doing this? Well, it's simple. Firstly, you're not an intermediary. You're not a broker. You contracted out of any sales. You don't have to do any more selling at all from us, and you don't advertise or market for us at DuePoint. You have that one task, that task of simply connecting individuals to us. And therefore, everybody in South Africa can be a wealth engineer. And it means that everybody is in a position to build an asset, a real asset. Not the ones that bandy about on the internet to try and hook you in. No, these are real assets. Because your channels, these teams you build, create a recurring income, an income that's there every month, you're able to price your channels. And by pricing your channels, you're actually able to sell them. We do this on a daily basis here at DuePoint. It's an asset. You can hand it to someone else and they can pay you for it. And at the end of the day, when you pass away, it will transfer to your children and they will earn the income that you created during your lifetime. We know of no other system in South Africa that does this and allows it in the way that we do here at DuePoint. You have created generational legacy by building a channel and by building an income here at DuePoint. Instead of us handing the debt over to our children like we're doing right now, you're going to be handing income over and the opportunity for them to better themselves in their lives too. You know, I've said this before. How do the rich people get rich? The very wealthy? Well, they built generational businesses. First, granddad did it, then dad picked it up and built it, and then son picks it up and builds it further. That is exactly what we do at DuePoint. We create these assets of wealth that will pass on and transcend generation to generation here at DuePoint. And we've done it in a way that is completely convenient and completely 21st century for you. Firstly, like I've said, no selling. No more inconvenience, no more embarrassment, no more being unfriended and dropped from Facebook and blocked on WhatsApp. None of that, because you're not selling anybody anything. That's already eliminated. There's no more presentations. You do not need to become an expert public speaker. You don't need to be humiliated by your friend who's useless at it but keeps insisting you bring people to his house. None of that occurs at DuePoint. In fact, there's only 2 people who do presentations at DuePoint, and that's Rob and I'm much better than Rob. That's why I can do it with you guys on a Monday night when it's freezing cold like this. Folks, with our technology, 21st century, we're in your pocket. Your entire DuePoint business resides in your phone. Everything you need is there, and at one click, you are live with us here. We have tried to make the system so simplified that all you are left with, as I've said, is that one task of connecting people to us. How do you connect people to us? Well, you can purchase one of our USB sticks with our presentations on it. It's 170 Rand, and you've got our presentation with you 24 hours a day. Secondly, you can come here. If you're in the area and it's not freezing and sleeting and very London-like outside, you can come by and sit here in our auditorium. We present 7 times a week now. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, night times, lunch times, mornings. You go to our event schedule, you find the slot that works for you, bring your people, we'll present to you here. And then thirdly, you can go to our YouTube channel, probably our #1 form of connection with you. On our YouTube channel, you'll find every single presentation we've ever done. You go pick your favorite ones, and 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country, you can be presenting the DuePoint opportunity to people. DuePoint is, as you know, not about the head office. It's about the technology and our ability to hit the entire country every single day, every minute of the day. And then the fourth way of connecting people to us is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations is broadcast live around the country every day of the week except for Sundays, which means, again, if you're stuck at work or you're stuck at home on a night like this, doesn't matter. You tune your TV into us, you tune your phone or your tablet into us, and you are live in the room with us 6 days a week, able to connect individuals to us. And I've said it before, we like McDonald's here. When you drive through McDonald's and you order your quarter pounder with cheese, every time it's a quarter pounder with cheese. You know exactly what you're going to get. Here at DuePoint, you know exactly what you're going to get every time. It can give you confidence and can remove any form of embarrassment or concern you might have about our system. All right, now in that process, some of the people you're going to connect to DuePoint are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here. When they do, they become wealth engineers as well, and we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk go out, they will introduce other people to DuePoint, connect them to us, and some will become wealth engineers, and again, we will allocate them to you. This process will happen over and over and over time as your penetration into the South African market extends for us here at DuePoint. We then come along as DuePoint, not you. Remember, no more selling of the pots and pans. You do the penetration, and then we come along as DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel for you, and your income is born. Now, let's tackle the usual questions. Firstly, this is not a pyramid scheme. That last diagram, if I go back to it again, do you see this? This does not look like a pyramid scheme. That is an actual view of a channel here at DuePoint. We are not a pyramid scheme. We're not a Ponzi scheme. And we are, unfortunately, not a get-rich-quick scheme. As Rob always says, you have unfortunately entered the halls of the only get-rich-slow scheme in South Africa. Why? Because we are building genuine wealth. Rob was saying to me the other day, he asks the question, he says, who wants to be part of a get-rich-slow scheme? He says, in the beginning, nobody used to put their hands up. But now they're starting to understand it. They're starting to put their hands up. Folks, get-rich-quick means that some guy out there takes all your money and you lose money. That's what it means. Here we're a listed, regulated, licensed life and short-term insurance company. We have so many regulators regulating us that I don't sleep anymore. There is no chance we could have put a scheme through this marketplace. No. What we've built here is a genuine income earning opportunity. And genuine income earning opportunities, like your career, comes with a price. The same price as your career. Time. Time, energy, and effort, folks. We need that to be put into the tool in order for it to create wealth for you. But it creates wealth, not once-off money. Monthly, recurring, lifetime income is what we create here. So for those who do put the time and the energy and the thought into and the determination into building channels for DuePoint, that allows us to kickstart that first mechanism and in the DuePoint system, which is the facilitation of the purchase of our products. These products are what create the income that we're able to then create the wealth for you. The first product we facilitate the purchase of here at DuePoint is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan is 324 Rand a month, and for that 324 Rand, you get 2 independent products. Your first one is your very own tax-free investment account. Very own. It's got no notice periods, no penalty fees, no waiting periods, nothing. Whatever money you put in there is available to you immediately. And we take 100 Rand of the 324, only 100, and we put it into an investment account every month, which means the actual cost of this product is only 224 Rand a month. And for that, you get 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for 249 Rand, you get 1.2 million Rands. No, in fact, what it is 1 million Rand. We changed it. We made it even better for you guys. 249 Rand means for less than 250 Rand a month, you can now be a wealth engineer. And for that, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. Now, in order to facilitate the maximum growth of your businesses, all of our products do not include cover for illness or natural causes, because if we put that in, we have got to risk assess and risk rate everybody you bring here. How old are they? What pre-existing conditions do they have? Where do they live? What job do they have? And that means that everybody that comes here that you bring will have a different price and most of them will be priced out of the market. This is why most South Africans are uninsured. But at DuePoint, our product does not require a medical declaration. It does not have a maximum age limit, and it has 0 waiting periods because it covers you just for personal accident. And this means that everybody that you bring to DuePoint, no matter their circumstances, for one price, 249 Rand, can get R1,000,000 worth of insurance with us and be part of your business here at DuePoint. Our third product is our Wealth Points product. Our Wealth Points Buyers Club is 299 Rand a month, and for that, you get access to all of our suppliers. We're constantly negotiating with different suppliers, and as a large corporate, we get the best discounts, prices, account managers, services, packages, all sorts of things that will be very difficult for you to get as an individual. And for 299 Rand a month, every month you can use every one of the suppliers that we have in our product. So we love this one. We've got retail stores in there, data providers, car manufacturers, entertainment, travel agents, you name it, and we're adding people all the time to the list of suppliers. We think this product is incredible. It's a non-insurance, non-financial product, but we believe it helps to really change the expenditure spend of people on a monthly basis. You can reduce your spend through this product and, of course, grow wealth through our system, kind of tackling the problem from 2 different sides. All right. Now, people then say to me, okay, but Brendan, how does this work? What is the mechanism in creating the wealth? Well, here it goes. You know that how we connect to you in the traditional space, banking, insurance, we connect to you via advertising. We run TV adverts, billboards, radio station adverts, SMSs, taxi campaigns, you name it. We're spending hundreds of millions a year trying to get you to connect with us. We build this into the price of your product naturally, and when you pay for your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car insurance, whatever it may be, you are paying for next month's marketing costs. Sometimes as much as 50% of your payment goes to next month's marketing cost. Now here at DuePoint, we've done the same thing. The only difference is we do 0 advertising. We use you to connect individuals to us, which means that all that money we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc., is now available for us to create wealth for you. And we do that in 2 ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So that sounds complicated. Let's break it down. You go out, you talk to a few of your friends. Some become wealth engineers, they pay for their product, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand for every product, not for every person you bring here, no, for every product that is paid for in your channel. Now this puts you in the controlling seat again, because that means the individuals at DuePoint can take more than one product. If they take 2, you get 110 Rand. If they take 3, you get 165 Rand. This means you're able to triple your wealth and your income at DuePoint through our returns program. Now, these folk go out, they talk to a few other people. Some become wealth engineers, they make their product payments, and again, you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. 55 Rand. You've been here 5 minutes in this particular example, and you're earning about 1,000 Rand a month, 12,000 Rand a year. 12,000 Rand after about 5 minutes worth of effort. So while we are very clear on the fact that you do not get rich quickly here, we have a meaningful impact, a material impact on your life relatively quickly through our system. Now you put a little bit more time and energy and effort into the growth of your channel. This is going to take time, but as you do that, you continue to earn on each product payment, but at a diminishing basis. Only, however, up to 0.8. From 0.8 onwards, you get 4% of 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel, no matter how big your channel is, as long as you qualify to earn. So if you build a channel that's 25 points big, no problem. If you qualify to earn, you'll earn on every product payment on every point in that channel. This is how we've created that generational legacy, because you can now take this asset, hand it over to your children when you pass away, and they can grow it to 50 points or 60 points, whatever they choose to do, and they too can earn on every product payment throughout their channel as long as they qualify to earn. So how does this translate on the ground? Well, let's look at it. Rands and cents. Very difficult for us to answer. People ask me the question all the time. How many people do I need for this? When will I earn this amount? How much can I earn? I have no idea, because every single one of you is going to build it at a different rate and in a different way. But at DuePoint, we took about 2 decades of data. We worked through it, and we got our actuaries together, and we came up with what we think is a reasonable set of milestones for you based on a very conservative growth rate formula that we call 3+2. 3+2 says in your first month with us, you've got to put 3 people in your channel. You've got to do it. This growth rate formula is determined off of you. It's your responsibility. In your first month, you put 3 people in an entire month. We think that that's very conservative. Then, every month thereafter, +2, you've got to put 2 people in. You personally have got to put 2 people in every month thereafter. 1 person every 15 days. It's not a big ask. When we look at how some of our channels grow, 30, 40 people a month, or 2 people a month is very reasonable. All right, now, as you do that over time, persistency is critical, determination is critical. As you add those 2 every month, over a period of about 6 months, we believe that you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months. That's 30,000 Rand a year. 30,000 Rand a year you've created in 6 months with us. If you're able to push through to a year, 12 months, that will rise, we believe, to about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year. You can see how different we are from the stuff that's advertised out there. We're not promising you riches after 3 months. No. We're just saying give us a year of persistent effort. And after a year, you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 120,000 Rand a year changes everything. We don't need the 100,000 Rand a month to change everything. 10,000 Rand will suffice. It will change everything. Remember, you add it to the income you're already making at your job. Middle of every month, nothing like 10,000 Rand to warm your heart in this cold weather. Now, if you can push through to 2 years, that will become 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month, 360,000 Rand a year. That's more than most people are going to earn in their life. Very, very few people are going to get above 30,000 Rand a month. You can do it in 2 years with us. Not 2 months, not even 24 weeks. It's 2 years with us. If you can do 3 years with us, that'll rise to 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years, it'll be about 60. And if you can push to 5 years, half a decade with us, you should reasonably expect to be on about 80,000 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1,000,000 a year. R1,000,000 a year in half a decade. You see how we're not the get-rich-quick scheme here. But what is 5 years? How long is it? I've asked this question a while ago. I haven't asked it in a while, so I'm going to ask it tonight. How long have you been employed for? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? I had one of the chaps tell me he'd been employed for 40 years. 40 years and not on 80,000 Rand to 100,000 Rand a month. No. And yet every day we go back to climb on that treadmill again. No complaints, smiles on our faces, and we continue to tread it out. But when I say to people, I have an opportunity for you to create wealth, the response is, I have a day job. Yes, the day job, that is, making you poor. That's what it does. It makes you poor. Every year, you're poorer as a result of that daytime job. Well, here we have an opportunity for you to keep your daytime job and to add this wealth to it. Can you do 5 years? At 5 years of dedicated hard work, you can reasonably expect to have changed your life forever. And not only yours, those of your children after you, as this asset is handed down years from now to them as well. Does it work on the ground? Well, we ask that question every month, so we put people on this stage, just a very tiny sample of those using the tool, normally about 3 people. Some doing well, some doing badly, some doing extremely well. We've put them all up here for you to see. This month we had Lingao. He's been with us for 5 months, student coming out of university, and in 5 months he's created an extra income of 4,600 Rand a month for himself. All right, now that's not too bad. I said that it would take you 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand a month. Do you remember that? And in 5 months, he's got to nearly double that. You see, the tool's yours. You choose what you want to do and how you want to grow your income with us. Then we've got Sidwell. Sidwell's taken it slower. He's been with us for 10 months. He said he wanted to find 10 solid people that he could build wealth with. He's found 8 of them, and over the course of 10 months, he's built an income for himself of 4,800 Rand a month. He's also taken 15,000 Rand from DuePoint over the last 10 months. Happy to have that income. 50 to 60,000 Rand a year. Extra income is what Sidwell now has through DuePoint's wealth creation system. Then we've got Donnie. Donnie's been with us for 2 years. Always good to see what the long-termers look like. What does it look like if you don't give up after 2 months? If you don't give up on it after 24 weeks? What does it look like? 2 years down, and Donnie has built himself a channel worth nearly 25,000 Rand a month. 25,000 Rand a month, excuse me, off of the personal effort of adding about 3 to 4 people a month. That's what he's done. He personally has added 3 to 4 people a month for 2 years. What does that mean for you? Can you not add 4 people a month? Is it too big an ask? I think when I look at that number, it boggles my mind that off of the effort of 3 to 4 people a month, he now earns an extra 20,000 odd rand a month from DuePoint every month. And when we spoke to Donnie said to us the most amazing thing, of course, was that moment of choice that changed everything. He had the moment of choice where he could have walked away. And he could have said, I'll carry on with my existence as it is. And he says, something made him choose to do this. And that something has changed everything about his life in the last 2 years. Been away on trips with us, got reward checks, been spoken on stage with us. Also, his whole life has changed. The little decision to say, can I do 3 to 4 people a month? Can I do it? And his answer was yes. And this is what his life has looked like in the last 24 months. And he's got many, many more months and years to go with us here at DuePoint. Folks, you can go to our YouTube channel and see all the other stories. They're all there. We show them to you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We put them up. We show you those earning a few hundred rand a month, a few thousand rand a month, tens of thousands of rands, hundreds of thousands of rands. They're all there for you. The tool has proven that it creates wealth for those that are determined to change their future. Not for those who think that this will be a 5-minute exercise, no. But for those who are determined, everything changes for them through the DuePoint system. All right, so I've told you everything you need to know about DuePoint right now. You can go and do some research. You'll find it very disappointing because I've told you everything. Tonight, if you wish to start creating wealth for yourself, it's a very simple process. Go to our website, www.duepoint.net, click the apply button, fill out the form. 5 minutes later, no money having passed from your hands at all. No products having arrived in your boot. You are a wealth engineer. And you can start this evening building your channels and your wealth with us here. If you're serious, get the merchandise, get the tools. They don't make money for us, they make money for you. USB stick with our presentation on it. Perfect for presenting, connecting people to DuePoint, no matter where you are, whether you've got data or not. The backup battery for the phones that keep dying. We know them. By this time in the afternoon, nobody's got battery, and you need people to fill their application form out on your phone. Get the backup battery, get the cards. Custom-made set of cards for you. 645 Rand for 500 custom-made business cards for you. They're a wonderful tool for connection. And we've got all sorts of other tools for you. Come and pick them up, see them in our glass cabinet at our head office, order them at info@duepoint.net. But get the tools if you're serious about this business. We want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's our #1 form of connection with you. This is the 21st century, and the beauty of the 21st century is on a night like this, you didn't have to leave your house. You didn't need to leave your office. You didn't need to leave your coffee shop or restaurant, wherever you are this evening. You could click a button and be with us live in the room. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to subscribe, and it'll plug you in to our business. Download our free app from the stores, put it on your phone and your tablet. It plugs you into the heart of your business. We've rolled out just on Friday a brand new rollout on it. Please make sure you update your app. You should have version 2.4.1 on your phone. You can go to menu, look at the bottom of menu, and you'll see now the version that you have. If you don't have version 2.4.1, you don't have the latest version. Our whole new communications module is built into that with notifications and now a whole string of automated engagement with you through that app. It's powerful. Download it, update your app if you've got an older version than 2.4.1. Get in there and use the app to carry around your product documents, see your personal details, follow your investment balances. All your training is on the app there. You click Tools, bottom right-hand corner. I always tease the guys. I say it's the button that's got no fingerprints and no dirt on it because you've never been there. Click on Tools and you'll find all the training videos in order that you have to watch them in. Go and watch them, understand this business, and start building wealth with it. Guys, we've announced already, but we're going to carry on for the next few days. Teamworks have now moved to Saturdays. Saturday, 11:30, every Saturday where we can. You can just check the event schedule to see which ones. At 11:30, we're doing Teamworks. Rob's got the first couple. I'll be on next. But this Saturday, again, 11:30, you can tune in live from anywhere in the country. Now, guys, what is Teamworks? It seems that people haven't worked out what this is. Guys, it's personal training. One-on-one. Rob had an incredible session here on Saturday. You can tune in if you're in the Free State, if you're in Pietermaritzburg, if you're in East London. It doesn't matter. Get your team in and get all your new wealth engineers in. You know, after our Saturday presentation at 10 o'clock, you'll have signed up a whole bunch of new guys. You want them to get the basics. Teamworks is where we hit the basics. Make sure you tune in at 11:30 so that you can be with us for those Teamworks meetings and get your guys who are brand new right out the gates on the right foot, building wealth for you. So just remember that every Saturday where we can, at 11:30 till 12:15, 45 minutes, you're going to be able to do a Teamworks session with us here at DuePoint. And another new announcement, first time tonight. You would have seen the notification in your app today. That's if you looked. Please go and read your notifications. Wednesday nights, we're changing from movie night to a full-time presentation. So on Wednesday nights at 6:30, we're going to do another introduction presentation. So you've got 7 opportunities now a week to connect people to DuePoint with live presentations. So Mondays at 6:30, Tuesday at 6:30, Wednesday at lunchtime, you know already, 12:15, and now in the evening at 6:30, there'll be a live presentation out of here, and you can tune in live as usual. So put that into your schedules, get your teams geared up. Let's be building every day of the week, Monday through Wednesday, double on Wednesdays. Guys, we know that many of you don't know how to do this business, and it can be a bit overwhelming when you see the introduction presentation on how to get started and how to build this business. We try and break it down for you as often as we can into simple steps. We've got a great development seminar coming up at the end of this week, really worth noting. 9 o'clock this Saturday will be a dev seminar. We've got an awesome one where we'll be simplifying down DuePoint for you to help you build it with new people from day one. But we also have what we call our XP Rewards training program. It's how we train you guys from beginner to expert in creating your own wealth. As you complete steps and programs in this program, we give you what's called experience points. It's simply a measure of your maturity and success in the training program here at DuePoint. Naturally, as you accumulate points and you process yourself through the training program, your channel starts growing. Where you've accumulated the experience and created the channel size, we rank you up in this training program. When we rank you up, we reward you. It's the second way that we reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you get a little bit more mature and your channel grows a bit more, well, the cash gets a lot more serious. And then from rank 5, we start to plug you in with tools that are going to help you accelerate the growth of your channels. At rank 5, it's an imported Lightning memory stick from the United States of America. Got all the things on it that you need to be connecting people to DuePoint. At rank 7, it's a 12,500 Rand gold gilded custom built set of business cards for you, imported and made especially to help you connect people to DuePoint. Ask somebody who's rank 7 to show you what a 12,500 Rand business card looks like. It is incredible. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year that you do, we take you and your family, not just you and your family, on an all expenses paid 5-star business class holiday. Now, this is every year. It's not once off. We go every year. We go in December, not at this time of the year because, goodness, look at what the holiday would look like now. We go in December when your kids are on school holiday so they can come with. You don't pay for air tickets. You don't pay for taxes. You don't pay for the transfer to the airport. No, this is all expenses paid. And it is for those of you who have committed to the effort and energy of becoming rank 9. Now, there's 28 ranks in our channel, so it's not exactly like this is the end of our training program. No, this is the beginning of the good stuff. And we don't run competitions here. That's also important to note. These are things that I struggle with people every day. There are no competitions here. This is an accumulating system. Everybody earns their way to rank 9, and everybody that achieves rank 9 is rewarded. And it doesn't matter how long you take. Whether it takes you 1 month or 5 years to get to rank 9, you will get there if you persevere. You don't start at 0 in January anymore. Not anymore, ever. You never started at 0. This is an accumulating system. Whatever you build this year is what you're going to start on next year. And so, we always encourage everybody to take a longer term view of your wealth with DuePoint. Not only do we create the wealth through our returns program, through our rewards program, we change lifestyles. We change the way you live. We buy that time back. And those of you who achieve rank 9, going forward, every year in December, you will join us on trips that look like this.
All of your wind has gone. Sung to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark
on days like this, I can picture lying on that beach. Yeah? Woo. All right, so people get excited about this business and they join DuePoint for this. This is where I'm going to be. This is what I'm joining. That's not what we do. At DuePoint, we don't do this. This is cherry on the cake. This is assisting you along the way, motivating you along the way. What we do is we build wealth, and wealth takes time, and so does it to get to here. How quickly you get here is determined by you. Record 5 months. This chap over here, 5 months to rank 9. That can be you. I'm happy to see that record tumble. But on average, it takes about 19 months to get to rank 9. You're on rank 0. It's a long way up to rank 9 through our program, but you can get there. So look at it differently. Don't look at it like you look at the things on Facebook that promise you to be rich in 3 months. There's no such thing. Look at it to say that by this time next year, end of next year, I could be here. The next year, maybe, I could be. But we go every year, so it doesn't matter which one you miss. I always tease the guys in October. Around October, they all start giving up. No, I'm not going to make it in December. Well, why? You're not coming with us the year after, and the year after, and the year after. We go every year. So your reason for joining DuePoint is to create wealth. And how we reward you along the way for doing that is through things like this. At rank 11, we give you another very powerful tool, your very own car. It's not financed through us. It's not rented through us. We don't give it to you and take it away. We don't brand it. It's your car. Our hope is that you build your freedom with these tools with us here at DuePoint. Guys, every month we run what are called wealth quests. They're little training exercises to get you out the gates to help you build sustainable channels. Every month they're different. They have different criteria. They run only from the first to the last day of each month. But those who complete the criteria of our wealth quests are rewarded with all sorts of different things. Sometimes it's iPads, iPhones, sometimes it's cash, all the things you need for building your channels. And every month, as I've said, it's different. This month, you're in the army now. What we want you to be doing is focusing on ranking yourself up by duplicating yourself in your channel. What you've got to do is you've got to find one person this month and get them qualified. And then you've got to get yourself ranked up by getting the rest of your channel to grow. If you're able to do that, read the terms and conditions to be clear on what you need to do. If you're able to do that, those that do, there's 10,000 Rand in it for you this month in cash on top of your returns and rewards. I mean, this is a killer wealth quest this month. And I really think that everybody should be going crazy for this wealth quest this month. This month is also our last day on our 90-day challenge. End of May sees the end of this challenge, and what it said is if you are rank 4 by the end of the 90 days, and you're able to put 5 brand new rank 2s in your channel during this 90-day period, you will be rewarded with an additional 25,000 Rand. That means this month alone, there is 35,000 Rand on the table, in addition to the returns and rewards you will naturally create through the construction of your channels with us here at DuePoint. Again, we are uncertain at DuePoint what else we can offer to get you to see beyond your day job. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see we're very serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. Very serious. We have committed tens of millions of rands of capital to this business. We have brought the best people together, and we believe we've built the best system in the country, homegrown South African, in the South African context. We want you guys to come and join us here by becoming wealth engineers and starting the journey of creating wealth with us. If you've got questions and concerns, it's natural. Ask the person who connected you to DuePoint, or send us your questions at info@duepoint.net. It's not a problem. Come and ask us. We will answer the questions. We had to answer the questions ourselves when we built DuePoint. But folks, don't walk away today without this tool in your hands. Don't walk away having been left with no other options. Walk away with options tonight with the DuePoint system. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you here this evening, I'll see you outside. And for those of you tuned in live, thank you very much.